Anwar making a rapid entrance from the Ingle Gym on the east side of Sheffield, from Winkerbank. Born in Kuwait, now fighting out of the Steel City. Dominic Ingle in his corner. And he keeps busy. This is his third fight of the year so far.
Please welcome into the ring from Ellesmere Port, Paul Butler!
Paul Butler with that Commonwealth title defence that you heard about on April the 12th, the Friday night up in Liverpool against Yaqub Karim. That's coming up, but he's got to come through this. And the nightmare scenario, I guess, would be that he got cut. It's pretty unthinkable that he's going to lose, but if he got cut, that would put it on hold.
Yeah, most definitely. That would be the worst possible scenario, wouldn't it? I'm sure he's focused, you know, he just has to keep on his game, and it's not about trying to impress this now, is it? Just keep him busy, isn't it? So Mark try and fight for him. I just hope he's not too over-eager and takes any risks, and the chance of getting cut would be devastating.
Well, he looked terrific in his last outing, beating John Donnelly with a body shot up to just 69 seconds, winning the British title back in November. Can he produce something spectacular tonight? Well, here again now, Mark Burks.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, sponsored by Rain & Steel and Betfred, is 4 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Firstly, please welcome, weighing 8 stone 10, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black shorts, hailing from Sheffield. Please welcome Anwar Al-Fani. And across the ring in the blue corner, weighing in 8 stone 12, wearing the red and gold shorts, unbeaten in 9 contests with 4 KOs to his name, is currently the British champion. Please welcome from Ellesmere Port, the baby-faced assassin, Paul Butler! Your referee in charge of the action is Kieran McCann, who will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Come in. Right, chaps, both know rules. My instructions at all times. When it's a break, break cleanly, take a step back. One of you should go down, the other boxer goes straight to the first neutral corner, take yourself all the time, touch both.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 3-minute rounds.
Peter Butler, Paul Butler rather, Peter Butler not here of course, Paul Butler, born in Chester, now fighting out of Ellesmere Port. Good athlete, he's a decent footballer, likes his darts. He's won a pool tournament, big pool tournament, I'm told, in Ellesmere Port, so that's one pool player I'll be avoiding.
I don't know what to say. I'll tell you what he is, though, a very, very good boxer, that's what I know for sure.
And he's got a bit of attitude, hasn't he? He's got a real confidence, a swagger about him, which the crowd loves. He's really popular up in Merseyside.
Isn't it funny, all these like flies, super flies, light flies, they just develop so quick, don't they?
Yeah, only 24 years old, Paul. Turned pro in December 2010. Former ABA champion. See, physically, the bigger man. He's fought Al-Fadli before on a couple of occasions. Beat him twice on points in December 2010 and then again the following year. Both of those contests were on undercards of big events at the Echo Arena.
Yeah, so it's nice for him to get in the capital and show off his skills. He is a good fighter to watch. Just throwing his trademark left hook to the body there. Like I said, I hope he just doesn't take too many silly chances trying to impress the crowd. He has a big title fight coming up, and this is just to keep him loose.
Al-Fadli switching From orthodox to southpaw and back again. But not able to find anything to put Butler under any sort of pressure so far. Kieran McCann, the young referee, giving firm and very audible instructions.
And he was right as well, wasn't he?
He was. Oh, that's a good shot, good body shot.
He felt that as well,
He did.
I don't know, switches to southpaw is a good thing when he just caught you with a nice left hook. Puts his punches together well, doesn't he?
It should be about classes here. Butler should be able to come through this one with confidence and get some rounds behind him before going in against Karim, who, as you heard, was due to have fought Butler previously, but had visa problems to get into this country.
Yeah, it'll be a good test, won't it, for Butler? Another 12 rounder, hoping that goes a few rounds so we can see more of his class, see what he's like over the longer distance. It looks sharp, didn't he, from the offset in that round.
Yeah, Arnie was saying beforehand, here he is speaking to Butler, he's just worried that he might be a little bit complacent and just wanted him to go in there sharp.
And he did. To be fair, he didn't look complacent to me.
Every time you close, right, travel, try that way, get around there, don't try the right hand, don't pull, look around the side when he's southpaw. Sometimes you don't know what he's doing. I mean, he's alright when he's there, he'll go that right hand. When he's southpaw, all you can go is just straight left. No, he'll keep your head down and just slow it down. But
There's that left hook, that's the trademark shot.
Great shot. Just tap the elbow first, didn't he? Oh, again, another one, lovely. He has the natural arc, doesn't he, when he throws it?
Yeah, and Arnie, Anthony Farnell, he used to like a real war in the ring, didn't he? He was that sort of a fighter, but all his fighters, and Paul, I'm sure, would underline this, they say what a technical sort of trainer he is.
Yeah, but, you know, and that's a sign of a good trainer, isn't it? Otherwise, every great fighter would be the best trainer in the world. You know, you have to teach people to their physical stature sometimes, their natural ability. So not everyone can box the same way you did.
There's not too many great fighters who've gone on to be great trainers.
No, you'd like to think because they made so much money they don't have to, but I think a lot of it is because they just can't translate what they could do to other people. And you want everyone to box in your own, if you like. And that's not the way to be. Everyone fights in their own style. You have similarities with fighters in the same gym, surely. But you know, if you can't have a 6'4" fighter boxing the same way as a 5'2" fighter.
Switching again. Only has one win on his record, which was 3 years ago. And he's had 37 fights now, the Sheffield man in the black shorts. Right hand did get in over the top of the left hand lead of Butler. Trying to get him to be a little bit busier here than he was in the opening 3 minutes.
Lovely footwork as well there from Butler. He's always on the ball to his feet, so you know when you do mount an attack, it's easy for him to just slide out of the way.
Alfadley complaining about being dragged on behind the head. Referee didn't want to know.
Not phased is he either, Butler, when Faddy changes the southpaw to orthodox, he just takes his foot on the outside. When he switches to orthodox and carries on with that straight right hand on the middle.
Quieter round this one than the opening. Oh, that's a nice right hand from Butler, and Al Fadley's felt the weight of that one. No knockdown, says the referee.
He did seem to pull him down maybe slightly with the left hand, but that right hand looked a good shot, to be honest. Looked like it just helped him on his way with the left.
Well, maybe he did help him on his way, but it was certainly a solid shot, and that bell comes at the right time for the Sheffield man.
I think there's a little bit of lucky there, wasn't he? But they didn't get the knockdown.
Well, let's have another look at that, and you make your own opinion.
Here it is.
Here's the right hand. Oh no, well, yeah, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it didn't land flush.
No, I think it did actually. They're the sort of shots that land right on. I think it landed right on the button. It's just this little exchange there. I think he was on his way down. I just think he helped him with a little push with the left glove.
Well, no knockdown, says the ref, and that's what counts.
I think it was a little bit unlucky there, but they're not getting that.
Anthony Farnell moving like Willie Pep in that corner. So third round of this four-rounder for the British champion at super flyweight, Paul Butler. This one made at bantamweight.
You can see Butler now, he's looking for it, isn't he? Looking for that stoppage, just to get too over-eager.
Trying to bust him up with some body shots, isn't he? He's looking for him.
He just needs to take his time though. There's more at stake than this fight, isn't there? He's a young boxer, he's enjoying his work.
Oh, Fadley really looking to have a swing in this third round. Left hand goes low.
I think that's what Butler wants, isn't he? He wants him to fancy his chances, so leaves more gaps and Butler can exploit them. Footwork again there from Butler.
Oh, nice shot, nice straight right hand and the body shot.
Looking for the stoppage, but you can see him thinking all the time, can't you? He's never just rushing in. No wild swings at all, no correct punches, straight shots.
And then switching the attack beautifully to the body.
There's a lot to like, isn't there, about Paul Butler?
Yeah, he's a likeable character. I like the cockiness of Paul Butler, but there's certainly a real confidence about the way he fights now. He's moved on his game, hasn't he?
He's fighting like a champion. Yeah. He has that aura around him, hasn't he? You can see it. He's technically superb. Punches with weight.
He's trying to sucker Al Fadley in. That's right hand of his own.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful work.
Very good round again for Paul Butler, 3 out of 3. As you would expect, how much of a benefit will this be, though, to get some competitive action under his belt before the big one in, what are we talking about, 3 weeks' time?
I think it's handy, just to get out, you know, it's not so much the fight, though, it's a fight that he's really, it would be a massive upset if he got anywhere, if he lost a round, he'd be out there on the fight, but just being out in the whole build-up to the fight, you know what I mean, he trained hard, and sometimes you have a training camp and the fight falls through. You have to get rid of some of that energy sometimes, and go through the old routine of getting yourself prepared for a fight, bandaged up. being out in front of a big crowd, and I think it's perfect timing right now for just in ready for that Commonwealth title fight.
Still the big ones to come. Bradley Skeet in action, of course, as well tonight. A rematch of what was a very good fight last year against Peter McDonough. McDonough fancying his chances of maybe springing upset and getting revenge tonight. And the main event, Billy Joe Saunders and Matthew Hall, the British and Commonwealth middleweight title. Well, he's going to work now.
He just takes that half a step out, doesn't he? Doesn't give him a chance to move, doesn't give him any rest, the opponent any rest.
Shake of the head there from Al Fadley. As much as to say, well, he might have caught me, but I'm not hurt. Well, he was stunned by that left hand and stumbled back across the ring. Sorry, Barry, it's second time this round. He's just put his foot on the accelerator, hasn't he? He's just trying to go through the gears of it in this fourth round.
Yeah, you can see it, can't you? When he does decide to let, to up the pace, the guy can't live with him. I just think, I still don't want to take any chances though. I think he maybe get forced to stoppage, but he's boxing well. He's putting pressure on the guy, but he's still thinking about his work. He is very much an educated pressure fighter, isn't he?
He is, and still, you forget he's only in his 10th paid contest, Butler.
As I was saying, these flies, light flies, super flies, they just get brought in so quickly, don't they?
Was caught by a right hand from Al Fadley as he came in trying to throw that hook to the body. For the most part, he's boxed really well tonight, Butler. I'm sure his many fans up in Merseyside would love to see some big punch here to finish this fight spectacularly, but you suspect that, as in the first two occasions, it's one of the old truisms of boxing, isn't it? In rematches, very often you see the same outcome. You've kind of seen the fight, and Al Fadley, a very difficult man to put away, to get to and hit clean.
He is, and he's always switching southpaw to orthodox, he dips quite low.
Oh! Well, what a punch that is! What a punch that is! It's all over, it's finished. Medical men straight into the ring, and what a left hand that was from Butler. Just when we thought it was going to go the distance, he landed a tremendous shot.
Something else that was, what the power behind that. I'm sure he switched southpaw then. But let him landed the left hand over the top from the southpaw stance. Let me see that again, because that hit him flush on the chin. He was out before he hit the floor, John, and that's hoping he's going to be okay.
It was a hell of a punch. Just staying in the neutral corner, away from things, Paul Butler, while Al Fadley gets some medical attention in the ring. The paramedics are in there. It looked as though the Sheffield lad was going to go the distance again, didn't it? It looked as though he'd done everything to survive and find his way through. And then Butler landed just a huge shot. He's getting up, he's been given oxygen, and he's now being helped onto a stool. He's been placed in the ring. And now back on his feet. Hopefully no lasting damage done, but here's the punch. Oh, what a punch.
He just switched southpaw as well, didn't he? Great shot.
That would have put away better fighters than Anwar Al Fadley. That was a tremendous shot. He knew the moment that he'd thrown it as well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Something else that was.
Well, that's quality.
It's quality, because he literally been boxing all the dogs all fight, switches southpaw in the last round, just to try, and so obviously they've been working on in the gym. and he worked at Teach.
We just wondered whether he was not going to be able to find the power shots for which he's becoming known. And then that. And he's a happy lad. And still Anwar Al-Fadli being looked at by the doctor, getting a bit more oxygen. But he looks as though he's recovered okay. Thank goodness for that.
But he looked good, didn't he, John, from the first bell to the knockouts.
He looked so composed, and there was one point he used a really good sort of description about it. He now really does have the aura of a champion.
He does. You can see he's comfortable and confident in his ability. He takes his time to put constant pressure on his opponent, but never once did he lose his head. Never once did he throw any silly shots over the top. He didn't take any risks, and dismantled him slowly. And obviously then got the flash knockout.
Flash knockout, certainly a very flashy knockout. It was a brilliant punch.
Yeah, that's what I meant, sorry, yeah, but I did mean flashy knockout.
Yeah, it was a super shot. I know what you meant, Barry. It was a real quality left hand, and Paul Butler makes it 10 out of 10, and now the fighters drawn together, and here's Mark Burdiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 minutes 46 seconds of the fourth round, the fight has been stopped. The winner by technical countout in the blue corner from Ellesmere Port, the baby-faced assassin, Paul Butler.
Well, Anwar Al-Fadli doesn't win many, but he's awkward. He's difficult to get to. But God, didn't Paul Butler get to him in style and finished it with a spectacular stoppage win.
Well, Butler described the punch against John Donnelly, the body shot, as the best he'd ever thrown. That must be up there as well. Spectacular finish with 13 seconds to go, and I'm just pleased that Al-Fadli was okay, the mummy's boy, and I'm sure his mum will be happy to see him up and taking notice as well. Great credit to the crowd here at Bethnal Green, a real knowledgeable crowd. Bit of a pause as he recovered, and a real round, warm applause for him when he got back onto his feet. But Butler, Stevie Lillis, looked a class act there, didn't he?
He's a really good fighter. He's getting better with every fight. He was 10 years of age when he first walked through the doors of Vauxhall ABC, and his coach there, Peter Phelan, said he knew then that he was a special fighter. He may well be right. He's just getting better and better. I mean, okay, we know Al-Fadli's limitations of what he is, but that's only the second or third time I think he's been stopped. And Yaqub Karim's in for a very, very hard defence in 3 and a bit weeks' time up at Liverpool Olympia, and I can't wait to see Paul in action again next month.
Absolutely, and you've actually sparred with him. He's a bit wary of you because he's given away the best part of a stone to you, isn't he?
Yeah, I must look like a giant when I'm in there against him, but when he's throwing punches like that, I better keep my distance away from him. But you know, Paul's letting a lot of frustration out in there. You know, he's had about 5 different opponents tonight, and you know, that lad jumped in today and done proud, really. He's jumped in there in late notice and put a great show on, to be fair to him. And I think Paul's showing now he's building his man's strength, and he's looking for bigger and better titles.
And you can empathise with the elation that he showed there after that punch. He knew it was a great punch, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. When you hit someone like that, you know they're not going to get up, and you know, Paul let all his frustration out straight after the fight, and I think you got to give Paul a lot of credit. You know, he's got there and done the job.
10 out of 10 then for Paul Butler. Here he is with John.
Joe Murray very impressed with what you produced there, and it was a spectacular punch. I mean, this is becoming a bit of a habit, isn't it? 69 seconds against John Donnelly, and now a punch like that.
Yeah, well, you can see all the hard work's paying off, what I'm doing in the gym, and it's coming into the ring now, and I'm improving every fight, so I'm pleased with it.
How highly did you rate that punch you threw, that left hand then?
I didn't really see it, to be honest with you. It was just completely out the blue, and I turned southpaw for 20 seconds max, and it landed, and it's got him out of there, so I'm happy with it.
He's awkward, isn't he? He was awkward to get to land those clean shots, but he did look really sharp. And Barry Jones said you fight now like a guy with the aura of a champion.
Yeah, definitely. Before I came into the ring, I'd boxed him twice before first fight and third fight, and my amateur coach